from CNBC TV18, where the ISRO chairman V. Narayanan is in a fireside chat.
3%, 8.2 billion US dollars. This is set to increase to 44 billion by 2033. The Indian government, along with ISRO, has been rolling out several reforms. We've launched InSpace so that ISRO and InSpace together can mentor startups. There is a FDI policy for the space sector. We've significantly liberalized FDI almost up to 100% to encourage investments in private companies. You also have a venture capital fund for startups, which is almost to the tune of 1,000 to 1,500 crore rupees. So what more is ISRO's ambition? What does Mr. Narayanan see that ISRO and the private sector can do together? Ladies and gentlemen, let me begin by speaking about the Bahubali. Yes, just a few days ago, India launched its heaviest communication satellite. It was a 4,400 kg LVM3 M5 that was launched. Mr. Narayanan, a proud moment for you, isn't it? Could you tell us, what does the Bahubali satellite say about India and ISRO's abilities?
Thank you. As you introduced, on 2nd November, we have successfully placed, using our Bahubali rocket LVM3, the CMS-03 communication satellite, which is the heaviest satellite ever launched by Indian launcher in the geotransfer orbit. And this is going to bring lot of benefit in the communication area. In fact, when I look at the launch vehicle, this is the launch vehicle, this is the 8th successful mission of this LVM3 rocket, built totally by India. And today, we can say one of the launcher what we are having has performed 100% reliability. All the launches going through successful. Again, when we started this countdown for this mission, we had to face tough weather situation. Then we were thinking whether we had to postpone the launch. Then after thorough analysis, with the entire team, we decided to go ahead with the launch. And today, it is a successful story. And India has placed the heaviest communication satellite in the geotransfer orbit using our own launcher. In fact, a similar rocket, similar communication satellite, 12 years back, we had to go abroad and launch. And we have built the capability today, and we have launched. It is a proud moment for all the Indians, not only ISRO team, the entire Indians, not only India, across the globe. And we have accomplished this mission.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for the ISRO team for the launch of the big Bahubali satellite. Mr. Narayanan, when it comes to collaboration with the private sector, today India has approximately 350 space startups. You've been mentoring them. Could you give us a sense of what do you really want private sector companies in the space domain to do? Also, if you could give our audience a sense, this is a very serious audience who are looking at opportunities in the space sector, in the defense sector, very, very closely. I'd like you to give us some vision in terms of our import dependence right now and where the private sector can come in to complement ISRO and our space ambitions.
Well, let me address this question in two parts. Number one, our program started almost 63 years back, and we have built almost 6 generations of launchers and 134 satellites. And currently, there are 56 satellites in the orbit, serving the common man of the country. And these numbers have to be taken to at least 3 times based on the vision of Honorable Prime Minister in another 2 to 3 years. That is what we are talking. And whenever we talk about a launching taking place, or a satellite being placed in the orbit, out of the entire money, almost 80 to 85% is pumped in the private sector for the hardware realization. For example, this Mark III vehicle, what we have launched a few days back, almost 80 to 85% of the fund for realizing that vehicle has gone to both the private and Government of India undertaken companies for realizing the hard work. That is one aspect. Second thing, it was 2020, our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji and the Government of India rolled out the space sector reform. In fact, when the space program was started, our idea was to bring the benefit of space technology to the common man of the country. We were not looking at it, to be frank, the business model, and that area we were not concentrating. Today, as you rightly told, the total space economy, global economy is something around $630 billion. And when we really reviewed, our share is hardly only 2%. And this number has to be increased. And this the space economy is going to be almost $1.8 trillion by 2035. And we are putting a target, ambitious target of 8% of that amount. And we are working towards that. Thanks to Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji for the great visionary leadership, great thinking. He and the Government of India rolled out the space sector reform. When the space sector reform was rolled out, hardly few startup companies were only working.
All right, that's our colleague Parikshit in conversation with ISRO Chairman V. Narayanan. Of course, we'll keep coming back to that interesting conversation at our Global Leadership Summit. For now, we have to slip into a break. When we come back, we'll get you more on the markets on the other side. Stay tuned.